Okay, hello everyone. Let's just take a look at this worksheet. Let's practice the slide method. Like this first one's got the 7 in front of it. And guys, I know it says A here. I just change them all to X. I just work with X's, okay? So every variable, no matter what it says, I just use X. All right? We slide back the 7. 7 times 10 is 70. Remember, then you factor the 70. I'll move it over here a little bit. Something like that. Again, 172, 35. You just factor it. Looking for two numbers added together, you get 17. Remember, added together, you get 17. You're looking for the two numbers, you come down, you find them, 7 and 10. All right? Go ahead and make your brackets for your, let's go for the answer. Put the X right here. All right? These are both plus. The signs are the same. They're both plus. Put the 7 and the 10 in there. Again, I put the 7 last and the 10 here, just as a habit. I always put the little one last. Then divide out the slide as 7. Divide out the 7. Divide out the 7. Okay, I'm going to do this next one in one step. This equals 1. And this I can bottom up. Take the 7 and put it in front of that X right there. So this now says 7x plus 10. And this one says x plus 1. All right? And that's the answer. All right, let's do the next one. Next one's got a 5 in the front, so slide it back. 5 times 8 is 40. All right, factor the 40 into factored pairs. We're looking for two numbers. When you subtract them, you get 3. When you subtract them, you get 3. So, of course, it's 5 and 8. All right, so go ahead. Go for the answer. Put your X right here. It's where it always goes. Okay, guys, these signs are different. The signs are different. I like to put the negative first. I put that one first, whatever it is. All right. 5 and 8, then I put the 5 last. Little goes last. So make sure the 5 goes with the plus, the 8 goes with the negative. Okay? Again, we slid back a 5, so we have to divide the slide. Divide out the 5, divide out the 5, and we can do the last things in one step, simplify and bottom up at the same time. All right, bottom the 5 up, because we can't simplify this. Just put the 5 in front of the X. The 5 divided by 5, that's 1. That's our answer. Again, I just bottomed up the 5, put it in front of the X, and 5 divided by 5 is 1. And that's it. All right, next. Now this one's got a 2 in the front. Slide it back times 49. That equals 98. All right, start factoring the 98 into factored pairs. Looking for two numbers. When you add them up, you get 21. All right, I start going until I get there, 7 and 14. I can stop. Once you find the number, you can stop. Let's go for the answer. Put the X's in there. That negative sign means that's negative. And remember, plus means they're both the same. They're both negative. All right, as habit, again, I put the 7 last just for habit. It doesn't matter in this case, but it does if the signs are different. If the signs are different, it does matter. All right, we slid back a 2. So divide out the 2, divide the slide. 14 divided by 2 is 7. All right, then bottom up this 2 right here. Put the 2 in front of that X, because 7 over 2, you can't simplify that. Put it in front. So this becomes X minus 7. And this one becomes 2x minus 7. All right? All right, number 4. This one's got a 9 in the front. Slide it back times the 8. So write it like this. This becomes 72. So factor the 72 into factored pairs. Looking for two numbers. When you add them up, you get 22. When you add them up, you get 22. All right, well, that's 4 and 18. I just kept going until I found it. And guys, once you find it, you're done. If you see it right away, just use it. Okay, again, go for the answer. Make your brackets. Again, I call this the form. Make your form. Okay? And that negative was right here. They're both negative. And that sign tells us they're both the same. All right, it was 4 and 18. Again, I like to put the little one last. All right, we slid back to 9. So divide the slide, divide the 9. All right, 18 divided by 9 is 2. And then 4 divided by 9 is already simplified. Just divide or bottom up the 9. Put the 9 up in front of the x. All right, that's the answer. All right, guys, let's look at the next one here. Yep. All right, guys, some of these are easier than you think. All right, this one is, the 9 is in front, slide it back. 9 times 16 is 144. All right, this one took a little while. We're looking for two numbers. When I subtract them, I get 18. When I subtract them, I get 18. So I go through here until I found 6 and 24. All right, 24 minus 6 is 18. All right, so go ahead. Make your brackets. Put your x in there. Again, the sign in front of the 18 right there, I put that one here. But remember, that negative means the signs are different. When these are both negative, these signs are not both negative. They're different. Just the negative has to go with the big number, the 24. Just make sure that goes with the 24. Again, least goes last. Put the 6 last. All right, 9 is what we divided, or is what we slid, I mean. So divide the slide is the 9. All right. Let's first simplify this. Then we'll bottom up. X minus 24 divided by 9. I can divide both of those by 3. I can divide both of those by 3. This becomes 8 over 3. 6 divided by 9, I can divide both of those by 3. This becomes 2/3. Right, now it's simplified. Now bottom up. Okay? I kind of squeeze it in there. All right, bring the 8 up in front of the x. So this now becomes 3x minus 8. And this one becomes 3x plus 2. All right? That is the answer right there. Yep. All right. Let's take a look at number 6. There's a 4 in front. Slide it back. 4 times 10 is 40. All right. I factor the 40 in the factored pairs. Looking for two numbers added together. I get 13. It's 5 and 8. So go ahead and make your brackets. Put the x right here. They're both plus, so they're both plus. All right, remember, if they're both minus, that doesn't mean they're both minus. All right. All right, the two numbers are 5 and 8. Again, I like to put the 5 here and the 8 here. 4 is what we slid back, so divide out 4. Simplify. This becomes x plus 2. 8 divided by 4 is 2. This one is simplified. Put the 4 in front of the x. Bottom up that 4. And that's a 5. All right. So look at the next. Guys, the last 4 are the special cases. All right. If you notice, when you factor this down, you come to 6 and 6. All right. These are both plus. So go ahead if you want. Make your brackets. Put your x here. They're both plus. And they're both 6. Right? You slid back a 4, so divide by 4. These are the same, guys. Oops. Let's simplify first. I can divide both of those by 2. So this becomes 3 divided by 2, x plus 3 divided by 2, bottom up. And guys, this is 2x plus 3 squared. That's what that is. It's the same. All right, this is also a square. This one is too. Because again, you come down here, you get 10 and 10. You know it's going to be a square. All right, so let's do that one too. Okay, we'll start like this, but eventually we're just going to square it. This is x and x. They're both minus. Again, it's a square, perfect square. All right, 10 and 10. And 4 was the number we slid, so divide out the slide. All right, I'm going to just do it like this with a different color. As I can divide both of these by 2. So divide them both by 2, this becomes a 2 on the bottom and a 5 on the top. Just like this one, this becomes a 2 on the bottom and a 5 on the top. All right, so you bottom up the 2, you get 2x minus 5 squared. There's 2 of them. All right. All right, the last 2 are a little different. I need you to recognize them. They're the difference between 2 squares. It's a quadratic. They're both quadratics. But there's no middle term. All right? Just the constant term at the end. All right? You're subtracting. And they're both perfect squares. Both perfect squares. All right? Just do it like this. Oops, I got to get another pencil. My lead just ran out. 25x squared. The square root of that is 5x. The square root of 16 is 4. One's a plus and one's a minus. And that's all you have to do. That's all you have to do for those guys. Take a look at this one. Make your brackets. The square root of 4n squared, again, I'm going to call it x, is just 2x. Again, 2x times 2x, that equals 4x. Right? The square root of 1 is 1. And once you do that, just make sure one's a plus and one's a minus, you guys. That's all you have to do for those. And the last 2, okay? And that's the way it is on the exit ticket today, too. The last 4, these 2 are squares. These 2 are called conjugate pairs, where you're factoring the difference between 2 squares. All right? Guys, I'm running out of time here. That's it. Thanks.